Hi everybody, this is Angie, resident psychic medium here at the amazing online magazine emmaheaven.com. Welcome to February's edition. First of all, I just want to say thank you for the cosmic whispers that we've received back this month. It seems to be something in the air at the moment because everybody seems to be getting in contact with us for one reason or another, which is quite wonderful. So it shows us that it really does work, the power of prayer around the world. So if you do have somebody that you'd like to include in March's prayer circle, click on the link once you finish watching the video, message me and I can contact you and we can go a little bit more in depth, either with a chat over the phone or you can send me a little detailed email. It's entirely up to you. Now, we're going into a beautiful month of February, which is all about love. All about love. Love is in the air. Love is everywhere. Valentine's Day coming up. Now, I know there's a lot of people who don't really believe in Valentine's because if you love somebody, then you should show them all year round. But I still believe in Cupid. I still believe in the magic, and I still believe in the universe bringing you the person you're meant to spend the rest of your days with. So I want to talk a little bit about somebody coming into your world. Now, if you're, for instance, single, or if you're actually in a relationship as well, sometimes we still have questions, like one of my clients this week. Is this the person I'm meant to be with? Because there may be certain things about the relationship that are not quite sitting well with you, but you're not sure about what to do about it. So sometimes we don't know whether we've hit a little bit of a brick wall, or we've hit a bump in the road. Are we going to get through it? And are we going to make it? Now, one of the great things about that is tarot can actually help you with that, because you've heard me speak in the past about doing focus spreads on specific topics. Well, this is what we can actually do with tarot. Now, I want to talk a little bit about tarot because I've been inundated recently with a lot of new clients, and all through referrals of people who've had readings and have really enjoyed it and have shared the love and passed on my details to their friends and family. Now, when you first come for a reading, one of the scary things about it, if you've never had a reading before, you're a little bit unsure about what to really expect. Now, tarot, one of the reasons why I've worked with it for as long as what I have, 30 years, is when you come for a reading, tarot will tell you what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to know. And that's on a please or offend basis. You always hear me say, don't come unless you want the truth, because we don't sugarcoat, especially not in my readings anyway. Now, sometimes people can be a little bit scared of tarot cards because they don't understand them. Now, it is a lot to take on board, and even though I've worked with them for 30 years, it's still overwhelming. I still learn from them on a daily basis because every card has a completely different meaning when it's sat next to another card, for instance. So if I'm doing a love spread or if I'm doing a career spread, you may see similar cards, but they have different meanings with each spread that we do. Now, a lot of the times people can get a little bit wary when you see the death card or the devil card. Now, let me just explain something to you. It doesn't mean death, and it doesn't mean that the devil is in you or the devil's around you, although sometimes that's debatable depending on the people in your life or people leaving your life. But with tarot, I'll give you a full explanation to what each card means. And actually, when I do see the death card appear in no matter what spread it is, I embrace it because it means change. It means you're ready to move on to that next chapter in your life. Sometimes you don't know what that chapter is, which is why we're doing the reading in the first place. And if you do see such things as the devil, normally it's all to do with the conscious and your subconscious mind. Sometimes we hold on to things from the past that we can't let go of. And sometimes situations may change in your life that have been out of our control. And again, it's harder to move on from those things. So with the reading, it gives you a stress-free way of letting go of the things that are still under your skin. Now, there's many ways we can do it. One of the great ways that I do it with my reading, as my clients that have been to me before, and for those who are thinking of having a reading, I always burn California white sage before the readings because it cleanses the air. It actually protects us from any spirits who want to communicate with you during the reading. But it also helps to get rid of that negative energy. So when you kind of leave the reading, you're leaving with a weight lifted off your shoulders. And sometimes that's all we need. Like, I've had a client this week now, and it was so refreshing to do a reading for somebody where she's absolutely in the most perfect place in her life. She's about to embark on the most amazing career. She's going into nursing. She's about to take her relationship to the next level, who she's been with for 8 years already. However, there's marriage coming for her. There's a beautiful proposal coming for her. And so there's a house decision coming in for her as well, because they're planning on expanding their family. So they want to prepare for that. So it was so lovely to see everything, because cards are like a domino effect. One thing leads to the other and to the other. And when you come for a reading, a lot of the time you can connect with the things that we're talking about. But all it is a jigsaw puzzle. And so once you leave, you think, well, now what? Well, you have to let that jigsaw puzzle fall into place. And when it does, you'll be absolutely amazed. And that's where you have what I love to call the aha moment of, oh my gosh, that's what Angie was telling me. And so sometimes we do give you timing of when you can expect certain things to unfold. However, I do like to remind you all that the timing can be a little bit out, because there's no time in the spirit world. But don't get me wrong, sometimes I can be spot on to the day with the date that I give you, but sometimes it can be a little bit out, because that could be out of your control. But one thing I don't doubt is what we see. And, you know, when the jigsaw puzzle falls into place, that's when you'll connect with it all and just go, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been expecting. This is what Angie told me is going to happen. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a clear understanding of how it works with me. At any time throughout the reading, if you have any specific questions, or if you want to go more in depth with certain things that we talk about, it's your time. Use it while you're with me, because the time is limited and I want to make sure you get the most out of your reading that you possibly can. So once you've finished watching the video and you are interested in having a reading with me, click on the link, email me, send me a little message, and I'll get back to you and I'll get you scheduled in. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed. You'll leave with such light in your heart, and it just gives you that weight off your shoulders to think you're not alone. And one of the magical things that I ask when you've had the reading is, just let me know when it all unfolds, because I don't get joy out about being right with my cards, because they're my best friend. I trust them implicitly. And my joy is when things start unfolding in your world that we've predicted, and I get to share the magic with you. So on that note, I shall see you all in March. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.